everyone to the stream. I've changed my microphone settings a bit, so I don't know if it's like weird or like if I mean, to be fair, I'm sick, so maybe I just sound strange from that. But we'll if it sounds like really strange, let me know and we'll see if we can do something about it. I recorded a bit and it sounded okay, I think. But yeah, we'll see. So, welcome everyone. This is a stream for the Chinese server of Path of Nowhere, and they have freshly patched in the patch for Clementine. So, is it Clementine or Clementine? Because I called the fruit Clementines. What is it? Wait, hold on. What did they call her? So this is the event, you guys. Here we have all the new attires. Very cool. So we are so with the attires, I'm going to show those off as well. Where is the Lemon thing? So Clementine. Yeah. Okay. Sound is fine. Okay. Great. So Kit is in a Discord because like I feel like having the kit pinned on the screen in the corner kind of blocks too many things, you know? Like do you guys prefer having, like, I don't mind, like, do you guys prefer having a notepad like in a corner up here or something, or like do you prefer seeing more of the game? Because I don't know, because personally I don't really like it that much when I see it on someone else's stream. But like, if you guys prefer it, I can just put it out. I don't mind either way. It's just like kits are getting longer and longer, and it just keeps blocking stuff. And I'm like, bro, I know. You made nested like blocks, and you're using too many of them. You're nesting stuff in nest, and then I have to like write so many sections for the translation. Anyway, let me know. So yeah, she is a sinner with like a murder mystery, not really gothic, but like little early 1900s, late 1800s kind of like murder mystery, whodunit. She has a bit of a bad vampire theme going on, you can see here. So what I thought would be interesting, and also because I'm technically sick as well, would be that as the pull ritual, I can do a blood test on myself. So let me grab the kit. It's on the other table. So I feel like I should. Okay, I considered connecting my webcam to the stream so you guys could see me do it, but then I don't think that's allowed on YouTube. Like, I don't think you're allowed to, you know, like poke yourself with the lancet to do like a blood test. I think that's not allowed. So I don't know. Maybe they allow it, but like maybe you don't, and I don't want to skirt that. So you're just gonna have to like trust. I'll take a picture and send it in the Discord to show like I really have one. So I know I'm chronically ill. So the I'm gonna get some stuff out first. Oh, right, am I out of alcohol swabs here? I think I have to get some more from my closet. Is she over limit? Yes, she is. Well, she isn't really over limit herself. You can play her without over limit, but she works the best in over limit team, due to how her kit works. Hold on, I need to get some alcohol swabs. I just realized I don't have any more in this pack. My closet, because I'm sick so often, and you could also you might also call me a hypochondriac or whatever. I have basically a pharmacy in my living room. So, like, do you need hydrogen peroxide? Do you need alcohol swabs? Do you need sterile gauze in separate packets? Do you need plastic tweezers? Do you need metal tweezers? Do you need like 5-point tweezers? Do you need... I have everything. I have all kinds of bandages as well. Do you need like a sling? So I have everything. So I've also like... I think like I am probably the most well-equipped to do a blood test on myself as part of a pull ritual. Very fitting for a vampire. One of my friends suggested that I should eat my vitamin D supplements. As a vampire, you don't get enough sunlight. And I was like, they were like, you should delay your vitamin D dose, because I take mine every week. So you should delay your vitamin D dose to the day you pull. So like you can have it, because you know vampires can't go into sunlight like you. And I was like, I can't do that, unfortunately. So we're going this instead. Anyway, so oh my god, this I can't wait to get this attire on our server. I love it so much. Like, so pretty. I'm very happy we're getting all of these attires. It seems like. So we've gotten these two, you know, like the Dron and the Apple. So I'm like very optimistic we're gonna get the others. And the Langley attire as well. So good.
不过只是换一身制服，
And then,
换一个
oh my
战
god.
法而已。
Scared me. Okay, so let me briefly show you guys the suspect pursuit. Look at her, like she is going to one-shot everyone who's a fan of Darren. she's like the vampire version of Darren, right? Just, you know? And they even both have things about script writing and like stories going on. Anyway, suspect pursuit. Let me show you guys a little bit about her. I've done it already, just to have like a look at their kits. So if you guys have played Pine before, the Arex Sinner, it's kind of like that. Basically, she can ult like anywhere like that in the cross. So her first ult will be in the cross, and then it will trigger one more time in a 3x3. And then if you have S1, it triggers a third time in a diamond shape, kind of like cap, you know? But yeah, so aside from that, you can, unlike Pine can only shoot straight, you know, but you can put this anywhere with Clementine. And you can have more than one on the field at a time. See, there's one up here. And check another one here. So Pine can only have one ult open. If you give her empowers and you use it again, the first one just disappears. So this one doesn't. So you get the first hit, right? And then you get the second expansion. So third one is this suspect pursuit. Sinners apparently always have S5. So this one should have S1. So you get a third hit there. So anyway, we're gonna wait for some more mobs. You can see that, so I can. So this first one here, for example, chuck empowers on her. See that you just chuck another one wherever I want. I could like another one here, here. You know, so like you can very freely use ult. So I think she's going to be great for ROTD.
侦探又一次破解谜底。
26, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe show in slow-mo. Oh right, that's a good idea. Hold on, y'all are smarter than me. This is why I need you guys in my stream.
故事开始，
Oh, it's 26.
罪案发生，
No, 28. There we go. All cost 28.
恰好在现场。
So and the way her core breaks work is that if this ult has not core broken this enemy before, or like the enemy has not had if this enemy has not had cores broken before, it breaks 2 cores. But if it does, if they have, I think it only breaks 1. The phrasing's a bit weird, but basically you can't stack like 5 breaks from one ult. It's like you can't get like multiple breaks from each from each like pulse of the ult. So it's like no matter what, you only get 2 at best. You know, like, but to be fair, 2 is a lot. Like, and the team she's intended to play with contains Russ and Shauong. Like, this team does not lack for core breaks. Don't even worry about it. Completely fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we're gonna go slow mode as suggested. So you can see you have like one ult here, and then just throw like another one here for fun. See? Like there's multiple ults, and then yes, because it lasts for a while, each of these fields lasts for 2 seconds, and like any enemy who walks into them will take the damage while the field is active. And after 2 seconds, it will pulse the next one. And then if you have S1, after 2 seconds, it will pulse the third one. Basically. Yeah, it's essentially sort of core breaking. So that's the general idea of how you want to use it. And then you get like these bat marks, which I'll explain in a second. But basically, she also buffs damage dealt and damage taken. So, sorry, not damage, physical. Strictly physical. So she buffs physical damage taken, physical damage dealt. Which makes her, like her kit, just reading it, you already know she's a sub-DPS. She doesn't give herself that much stuff. You know, like she's probably good for like mobbing and stuff and all this. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone can make her work in Dark Zone and stuff as a carry. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all. But her attack is actually quite low. It's only 666 base attack. Which is pretty low. Like most main DPS, even melee now, has like 700 something attack. So that's quite low actually. Especially for an S rank reticle. So she's more of like a core breaker and like a sub DPS, maybe like a mobber, which is not a bad thing. Very big criticism I had of Xiaofeng was that, especially at S0, maybe even S1, mostly S0, you kind of would really struggle if like let's say Xiaofeng was taking care of like here, here, and here mobs, and then like someone spawns here. And it has a core. Like, bro, you know? But then now you have Clementine who can help you deal with it. And then you don't really have to like sack a spot on your team for a pure core breaker that can't really buff Xiaofeng as much. You can use Clementine instead. So she's clearly meant to fit into that team. And the fact that she buffs physical damage helps her like find a bit of space in other teams sometimes. You know? And I like that it's S1 for that. It's not a small amount, by the way. As I remember I was translating earlier today, S0 is a 20% damage dealt, I believe. Is it damage dealt or taken? Let me double check. Taken. Okay, it's taken. So physical damage taken on the enemies. So like according to this bat mark, you guys can kind of see this thing here. It goes up to 10 stacks, and each stack is like a small percent. So at maximum, it's 20%. Yes. Sinful Scar. Wait, no. Not this one. Wait. Which one is which one? Oh my god. Special mobs. No, it's 25%. Physical damage taken increases by 25%. And then at S1, it's additionally 20 more percent. So it's 45% at S1, physical damage taken. I'm like, what? Excuse me? What? But yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a lot. I believe the stacks, sorry, should be Sinful Bite, I think. Yeah, I believe the stack should be Sinful Bite. I have to double check. It a lot. At S1, it's a lot. And then her P2 is basically for overlimit allies. So her P2 is for every 1 chief energy she obtains, Clementine's physical damage dealt increases 2.4% up to 10 stacks. Yeah, so like every time you get like core breaks, like you core break, you get energy and stuff, Clementine herself buffs her own physical damage dealt up to 24%. But if allied sinners consume chief energy, so like through overlimit, because overlimit makes that sinner directly use chief energy, so that's what they mean here. So overlimit allies will get this buff when they consume chief energy. So let's say like you have Xiaofeng or RF Zoya. It's basically Xiaofeng and RF Zoya now, right? I believe one ult from Xiaofeng is 2 chief energy, was it? I think it was 2. And Zoya is 3. So Zoya just needs to like ult 4 times and she gets permanent, by the way, there's no time limit on this, permanent 24% physical damage dealt buff. S1 Clementine, by the way. So she would S1 by the way. So yeah. But yes, so that's kind of like the idea of how she works. I really like her the versatility of her kit here, and that we have basically S rank Pine now. Because I really like Pine. I think she's very underrated. She's mostly a sinner that ROTD players know about because she's like one of the best in that mode, and I think she's very slept on. So I'm pretty happy about getting S rank Pine. Like her design, I'm not sure I'm super comfortable with the numbers because they are a little OP. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna criticize too much if the game is fun, so I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with it being S1. If it was S3, I think I would be more annoyed. But S3 is a self-buff to Clementine's damage. It's not really so much of a team buff. So you can stop at S1. I'm more okay with the numbers because of that. It's mostly in the S0, it's mostly in the kit, you get a bit more S1. You know, okay, I can accept that. This doesn't feel too much like greed. But yeah, so that's kind of the overall idea. Forensica isn't very interesting. The translation for the kits are in my Discord, not the Sin Discord. I don't post translations to Sin anymore because it's too public and people have been stealing my shit from there. So which really annoyed me. So I decided to just post it in my own server. So that's why I have my own server. Mostly for that reason. But yeah, it's my YouTube. You go to my main YouTube page. The link is in there, so you can join from there. Forensica, not super interesting. Just a healer, pretty much. Increases healing taken. Kind of increases a bit of decreases damage taken. If I'm not mistaken. So not anything super interesting. Just a healer. So yeah, not really gonna be exploring here much. If you ask me like who's better to level among the A rank healers now, including Forensica, like Ariel, Letta, and so on, I would probably still say Ariel because you can reforge her. It's one thing later. And then honestly, I is really good. Like Kizugi I from the Cat's Eye collab is actually a pretty good healer. It's an A rank. But like if you're a new player after the collab is over, you're not gonna have her. So it's like, you know, like so it's like a really specific niche advice. Like if you have Kitsugi, you can use her as your healer if you didn't have any S rank healers. But yeah, so I don't particularly find Forensica very interesting kit wise. So it's mostly gonna be about Clementine today. So yes, we have new Lady Pearl skin as well. I find it funny how all of Lady Pearl skins are like Chinese themed. She's in a very Chinese time of her life right now. I'm allowed to say that I am Chinese. Okay, so before we begin pulling, I am going to have to go to sleep on my VTuber for a second so I can take a photo of my stuff. I'm using the right chip. I don't need to test my uric acid today. My uric acid is fine. It's always fine. We can test. Okay, guys. I'll give you guys a choice. Do you guys want me to test my blood cholesterol or my blood sugar? Which one do you think Clementine would prefer to eat? You know, does she want Wagyu blood or does she want like dessert blood? What do you guys think? I don't. Is there any clues about this in her profile? I don't think we can see her profile. Sugar. Okay, we're doing sugar. This is the most, guys. This is supposed to be the most original stream you have ever seen in your life. Where is my chip? Oh, here. Oh, wait, I have an extra chip. So the way this thing works is there's like a small chip that comes with each set. of the test strips, and you have to like plug it in so the machine knows what to actually check for. Technology is very advanced these days, guys. Let me take a picture so I can prove to you guys that I am really. Do I have to like write my name somewhere? Oh my god, no, I know. I can put my Shalom or Coco doll. I have the Coco plushies. Like the official ones. Coco can help me take my blood sugar today. Guys, this has got to be the most original stream you've ever watched. Send it to the Discord to prove I'm really doing it. But sometimes I think it would be nice if you guys can trust that I really am doing the pull rituals I say I am. But I think sometimes it's fun to just show you guys. Because I can't, sometimes when I don't do it on stream. You know. There's like a Coco with like her fangs out. She's just like Clementine FR. Okay. Coco, come help me take my blood today. So when you're taking your blood at home, what's really important is that you have to sanitize your hands, obviously. So you have to use alcohol swabs. You can't just wash your hands. You have to use alcohol swabs to like properly sanitize the whole area, you know? And like usually with kits like this that you do at home, they will give you like a small stick or like a small like box, I don't know what to call it, that like you press it and then it pushes the needle. Like you have to change the needle every time, so you slot it in and then you press it and then it will like stab your skin so the blood comes out. But like honestly, those go way too far and it hurts a lot. So if you're brave, it actually hurts a lot less to use a fresh lancet and to like do it manually. But you have to do that, you have to overcome the resistance, the natural like human resistance of I don't want to stab myself with a needle, right? So I think like the machine is very helpful for a lot of people who are starting out. But once you're used to it, it hurts way less and it heals way faster to just do it like by yourself, which is what I do. So normally I do it on the side of my finger so that when I like poke, like when I type and stuff, it doesn't hurt. Because people are like, oh, you should do it on like the tip of your finger. And I'm like, why? I need to use it. So that's my tip. Do it on the side if you only need like a little bit, you know, like this. So yeah. Also, it's very important that you do not reuse needles. If you fail the first time, change the lancet, use a different one. It's very important. Okay? And if you have poor circulation like me, keep your arm down while you're like trying to get the blood out. So I have very weak circulation, especially I think because I'm sick right now, so my circulation is like an all-time low. So you have to like keep your arm down like beneath where your heart level is, and it helps it come out easier. So I think like a lot of people will be holding their hand up while they do it, right? Because like you want to see what you're doing, and like that plus the stress can make it more difficult. Anyway, pro tips for you guys from a chronically sick streamer. Okay, I've got enough blood. Let's do that. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hold on. There we go. Oh my god, my blood sugar is high. I think it's because I just had milk tea. Okay, let me take a picture for you guys. I'm not gonna show the needle and stuff because obviously that's gonna scare some people, or like the blood or whatever. But I'll take a picture and show you guys. I really did it, okay? I really did it. show you guys on the Discord. So you guys want to see unhinged shit, you have to go to my Discord. Because I can't show things on stream. I'm gonna get banned, okay? For like whatever reason. Oh my god, my blood sugar. It's fine. It's not a fasting blood sugar, so I'm not really worried. So, actually this is a good thing, because this was my non-fasting blood sugar, and if it was like lower than like 5.5, I should be concerned. So the way you read this is if you haven't eaten in like say the past 4 or 5 hours, usually more, like they usually ask you to fast longer than that. So like if you just woke up or something, or if you had a meal for like the past 4 to 6 hours, then normal is around like 5-ish. You know, that's like okay. Much lower than that, like maybe like a low 4 can be a bit like you have a bit of a low blood sugar thing going on, maybe, you know. But like if you've just eaten, like me, especially if you've eaten like a lot of carbs or sugar, like me, because I just had hot milk tea because I can't have cold stuff right now because I'm having a cough. Then it's very normal for it to be like high 5.9, 6 point something. That's very normal. It's fine. It's nothing to be concerned about. I wish. Oh my god! I just realized it's 6.7. 6.7. Okay. Well, anyway, make sure after you're done to again use another fresh alcohol swab to clean the area. My wounds are very small when I do this because I've done it so much. I'm used to it. So I just kind of hold it there for a while, make sure the bleeding stopped, and then I just leave it. I don't bother with a bandage. If you use a lancet, you probably should use a bandage because those are quite deep. And then, very, very important when you do this kind of stuff at home, your lancet will normally have a cover. So either it's like a bit of rubber or silicone that you can stab into it, or like it was covered by, you have to cover it back. It's very important because like when people, if you throw in the trash, and a lot of people think like once it's in the trash, it's not your mind anymore. But then like there are like the garbage collectors, the trash processors at the like facilities and stuff, like they could get hurt by the needle. You know, even if they're wearing gloves, because it's sharp. And then what if like you put it in the bin and maybe like stray animals get into it? It's very dangerous for them as well. So like when you're throwing away glass bottles, you're throwing away sharps like this from home tests and stuff, it's very important you wrap them up. Like you wrap them up in tape or like in a old cloth, or put them with the cap back on. That's very important small things you should do in disposing of stuff. But yes, so that is our pull ritual. Most dedicated streamer. Guys, Aisno checks my streams sometimes, I believe, because they get me to send the links to them. I have to send links to Aisno, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? What in the holy fuck? This is the I have got to be the most unhinged streamer they have seen in a while. Okay, so I cannot donate blood as well. Yeah, it's a weird. I think it's like not on the cards for some people. I can't donate blood either because I'm anemic. And am I back? Like as a VTuber? Okay, I'm back as a VTuber. I can't donate blood either because anemia, and even though I'm on medication for it, they're still like, you're gonna pass out, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pass out. It's fine. And they're like, no, you're gonna pass out, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I can't donate blood. Even though I'm an O type blood. You know, what's your blood types? This is the most unhinged chat ever. What are your blood types? I'm an O type, so I always feel like, because it's the universal blood type, right? I feel like people who have O type blood should donate. I feel like it's a civic duty. If you're born with O type blood, you should donate blood since it's gonna help a lot of people. Yeah, they won't let me, and I'm like, bruh. Unfortunate, but yes. So ritual's done. I shall cease my yapping, and we shall start with the pulls. I do need to pull up my notepad real quick though, so I can write down the pulls. Clementine Pulls. Okay, let's go. So we don't have pity. We never have pity on these, like, guarantee on these streams, because I usually pull them and I just pull through like the S5. Yeah. So that's 10. AB, yeah, yo, AB types, y'all. I mean, this part I'm not sure about. I'm not actually a doctor, so this part I'm not sure about. The previous part is my experience as a patient. That's a different thing. So this part is medical knowledge, which I'm not sure. Is, oh my god, Christina, right? Hold on. I gotta put Christina with the train attire. Change the display to another one. Oh, maybe not this one. I just put just Christina out? Where is she? Chris. This is all S ranks. Oh my god, there's so many sinners. Hold on. Ah, this one, yes.
小助手，
This
快
one. So
看，
this one's based on
太阳从山谷里升起来了，
Agatha Christie
好
novels.
漂亮啊！你也目不转睛了吧？
They were like
那就
detective
站到我
novels
这边来，
auntie.
别害怕，我大侦探，不会让你掉
Yeah,
下去的。
I believe blood types are determined by certain antibodies or something that you naturally have in your blood. So if you have, so I think the way it works, again, I think the way it works is that O types have the least, so it's easier to match with other people, but like A types have certain ones that B type blood can't have, vice versa, and AB has like both of them, or like all of them, so they can't take like, so like you can't take blood from AB to give to A because it has B stuff that they can't have. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure what the thing is, if it's like antibodies or what, but it's like something in it. But that's why it only works in like one direction. But yeah, that's blood types. 34. It would be hilarious if like Clementine appeared right now. Damn it. I was trying to get a clip.
救命啊！放我出去！绑架美少女！
I was like, oh, it would be nice if she appeared right now. Unfortunately not. Also, yeah, you're right. Since when did we have L2D? Doesn't react. It's just a still L2. No, it's still L2D. Unreactive L2D. I guess maybe from this one on, I don't feel like Jichuan had it, did she? I don't feel like Jichuan had it. Though I could just be misremembering, because I was in fever dream of pulling for anniversary. Wait, 40 points. Literally.
新城消防大使弗罗拉前来报道。
Preach.
如果可以的话，我想在这厨
Oh
房。
my god, I just didn't
这是
notice.
新一家的
I
rap
was too
浪子
focused
哈。你谁长这副呆
on the
初次见面，
and not like
你就是
the thing
NBCC
going
的
on
局长吗？
around.
真相是个危险的东西，就算再怎么丑，也总会有人被它吸引着靠近，沉醉其
Christina and blood
中，
sacrifice work.
无法自拔，就像现在的你一样。
Very nice.
好久不
So we
见
know，
我亲爱的侦
the
探，
ritual now. You have to put
准备
Christina
好
in
迎接
the
新的谜题了吗？
home screen, and then you have to go donate. But do a good deed, you know, to the world, and go donate blood before you pull for Clementine. Is it just you, or I can only hear from the left earphone? Is it? I don't know, cause I did change my mic settings, so it might not be you. Is this happening to anyone else? Cause I'm not very sure. Oh, is it because I'm not? You don't have an issue. Is it because you're listening in mono though? Let me actually join all my ports or my push view elements and see if that helps. Did that fix it? If that didn't fix it, then I don't know what it is. Cause yeah. Because I'm using like a new interface, an FX interface. Listening? Oh, okay. Might just be you. That fixed it. Oh wait. What? What? Huh? Okay, so apparently clutch 3 elements, you have to, it's the dots are left and right side. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for bringing it up. I literally had no idea because I had no idea to use that. Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting. I learned something new today. Yeah, I'm so sorry because I listened to everything on my PC in mono, so when I was listening to recordings, it was fine. So I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Most professional streamer, by the way. Interesting. Now we know who in chat listens in mono and who listens in stereo. So mono means you combine both left and right sides into one track, so it doesn't matter which side you listen to, it's the same. Stereo means left and right channels are separate. So for my covers and stuff, I always record in mono because I find it easier to send that file to my mixer. And usually I listen in mono as well because of that. So I didn't realize this was an issue. So you found out I listen in mono as well. Okay, moving on. Not even mad. Not even mad. If it's not even her, it's still a guarantee. Not even mad about this. Skip. Yes! It's so easy. It's so easy. The power of the skip. See, it's karma from Dron. I was gonna say do a good deed by donating your blood, but I didn't donate blood. I just did a blood test. So it's just the built up karma from the Dron stream. You guys say streamer luck, but remember the Dron stream? Oh my god. I've prepared my poll ritual for my own account for Dron as well. With I'm gonna make Lego version of her 2 pet birds and put them at my PC. That's the whole thing. That's too much time. But yeah, I've prepared it. That's how that's how much PTSD I got from the Dron poll stream. She likes the test result. Are you saying Clementine like 6'7"? Is that Cat's, oh my god, 550 for Cat's Eye is crazy. Is that double S5 for for both? So that's 2. Wow, that's yeah, that's a lot for both, honestly. Damn. Shit, that's pretty brutal, man. Wait a minute, where's Forensic? That is a great question. Oh, there we go. There's Forensica. I was like, wait, you're right. Wait, how many Forensicas do we have so far? We've gone through that many polls and you're telling me you've only got 3 copies? Seriously? A ranks are rarer in this game than S ranks sometimes, I swear. So we're on to 40 now? Every time I see a bunch of A ranks, I'm like, oh, my S rank. My intense of pity. 50. 50 pool match. 50 is where the curve increases. But no, it really increased. It really increased. I was like 50 pulls is where the rate of getting an S rank starts to increase exponentially, and it really increased. Okay.
总算还是找到我了。您好，我是新生银行的客户经理马奇朵，您想了解
No.
没有证据就真相是个危险的东西，就算再怎么丑，也总会有人被它吸引着靠近，
Just keep winning the 50.
沉醉
It's so
其中，
easy.
无法自
Oh,
拔。
wow, the blood sacrifice was so powerful. Also, guys, it just reminded me, I shouldn't have clicked so fast. Do you guys think Clem and Garofano has the same artist? Okay, hear me out. Okay, look at Clementine. Right? Look at these hair vents. Right? Look at the way the eyes are drawn. Look at the way she's posing so cuntily. Look at Garofano. Where the fuck is Garofano? Hold on. Oh my god, where is she? In this account. Garo Mama. Hair vents? Hair vents? Look, do you guys see the vision? Right? Yes! Shauong's signature pointy hair vents, right? I feel like it. I'm like, do they have the same mama and the eyes as well? You know, like something about the way the eyes are drawn about it. And something about like the way the lines of the hair, like the line art of the hair is done. I feel like they have the same artist. It's like, and just now when we pulled, they were next to each other, and I just clicked too fast. I should have left that screen on so you guys could see it. Shauong drew like 2 to 3 Really? I only saw like the sketch, and I saw like I think one more earlier today. She's drawn that many already. Oh my god. That would be so cute if true. It's the signature of the hair. You have to let your anime girl release, like vent their exhaust. You have to give them hair vents. But yeah, like, you know, it's just the style, the way the hair is done. It just, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't feel like, I don't feel like Clementine reheats Garofano's nachos or anything. I think like they're obviously two very different designs. But just like the style feels recognizable in a nice way. But yes, that's who I thought of when I first saw her. I was like, Garofano?
MDCC 是吧？
That face, it's yeah, Clementine, yeah, she is kind of reheating Lisa's nachos a little bit. I think it's like the face and like the way she kind of squints her eyes behind the glasses. Does that make sense? You know, it sounds like it feels like she's doing a cheeky version of like Lisa's condescending look. Does that make sense? I'm just saying shit now at this point, but that's how I really do feel. Nope. I'm trying to be distracted because every time I get surprised with crazy pulls is when I'm distracted. But I feel like the game knows when I'm fake distracted and when I'm like actually distracted. We're up to 40 now, and like the poll still hasn't arrived because I'm not really distracted. What am I reading in my chat? Someone on my Discord just said, because I sent the picture of the blood test. This reminded me I have a test kit in my cupboard, and for some reason, I'm so sorry. For some reason, the first instinct that overtook me was, oh, I should do this too. But as the phrasing might imply, I am very out of practice, and also it might have run out of battery. So what actually happened was, oh my god, they're typing. So what actually happened was, I stabbed myself in the finger twice for no gain. Yes, it is being read out. I'm so sorry for your loss. Everyone, Yelena Omega lol. Yelena Omega lol. It's like, I think it's going to be a monumental landmark in the server in terms of like eras of the server. It's too iconic. It's a whole thing. Bring it to YouTube. You want me to clip this into a YouTube video in the pull compilation? Yeah, sure, why not? So what happened just now? I just came back. Chaos. we're at a pretty high number of polls right now, so if we go 10 more, we're at 66. If we go 10 and 1 more, we'll be at 67. So my hypothesis is she wants to appear at 67. Never mind, she appeared before 6. I think she doesn't like it, actually. I think she was like
您想了解一下
offended at the Gen,
你是这里的
not
局
even
长
Gen Z, Gen Alphaism.
每
I
次
was
遇到
like,
不认识的
I
人
shall
我
not
都会下意
partake
识问
in
这些
the foolishness
配合您
of
工
the
作的。
children. Be gone from me with the 67.
承蒙关照，对我来说
Oh no,
不
it's
过
not.
是从一个牢狱转移到了另一个牢狱。
So does that mean Hilda is a fan of 67? That is pretty brutal to lose on at a 60 to a spook. Hilda did not approve. Did not approve. She was not happy about it. Didn't like it. Wrong Jijie. To be fair, there are a lot of Jijies at this point in this game. Boomer Hilda wants to know more about God 67. So I'm gonna go through this one fast since we have guarantee. I find whenever we get a spook, I always find it like the next set has a lot less tension. Because like you know it's a guarantee, right? So I like to go through them like a little faster. Because it's easier to farm tension in the chat when you don't know if there's a guarantee. It's just too, because it's not just two. Oh my god, I sound like a Gen Alpha. It's not just two numbers, okay? It's okay. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it, mom. It's not a phase. Oh my. This is why I'm telling you guys. Pulls always come out when
总算还是找到我了。算了，只要
always
抓住我这种
always
不死啊
when I'm like
没什么值得高兴的
genuinely distracted and doing something else. It's the yin and yang. It's that every generation will have their memes and their own silliness, and every generation that comes after it will think it's cringe. No, they will think it's old, and I guess a bit cringe. And they'll make up their own thing. I bet us old people will be like, "That's cringe. I don't understand you kids." And this cycle will repeat ad nauseum for the rest of humanity. So it is what it is. You know? But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. It does mean that at least the next generation are forming their own identities, doing their own thing. You know, whether we get it or not, doesn't really matter. It's their thing. Like our parents probably didn't get what the fuck we were on about, right? But you know, that's our thing to do and enjoy. When is 6-8 the first? You know, maybe in Gen, what are they gonna call the generation after Gen Alpha? Gen Beta? Is that what they're gonna call it? Maybe Gen Beta will have 6-8. No, I just.
你用这么不可爱的方式邀我过来，
So today I wear
是已经想
earphones.
好要去哪儿了吗？
Normally I don't. So today I wear earphones, and the first thing I heard from the voice line was Lanjiu, which is Water Blue's name in Chinese. And I was like, fuck. So the moment she came out, I realized it was a spoof. Because I literally heard her name. So I was like, oh my god. The early... Listen. Is this a sign that I need to test my blood cholesterol as well now? Has the blood sacrifice run out? Do I need to test my blood cholesterol? Oh, chat, please vote. Do I need to test my blood cholesterol as well? Well, it's not gonna make me feel more ill. It's fine. It's like 1 drop of blood. It's fine. I'm not gonna feel worse because of it. Wrong. She's not even blonde. What do you mean wrong blonde? Is it time to exchange more warrants too? It should be actually, yeah. We're no. Ouch. Just bumped my elbow. Okay, hold on. Let me exchange some warrants.
哟，局长是来看我的吗？也可以顺便看看新到的货物哦。
They have 800 tickets, so I'm gonna do 200. Let's do it 200. So that's 25 warrants. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, if we were testing cholesterol as well for a second blood sacrifice, I'm glad I took some couple of extra swabs. That means I have to change the chip. I haven't tested my cholesterol for a while as well, so this is probably a good thing to do. Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay. It's kind of hard to open because it was actually a new bottle. Because I ran out a while ago. Where is my chip? Actually. Oh, there we go. So where the hell is my chip? Please come out. I can't get you. Okay. You made it to stream by slightly fixing your sleep schedule. Oh my god, go back to sleep. We're all old here. Go back to sleep. No one's forcing you to stay awake. You can always watch the VOD. VOD will always be a thing. VOD will always be available. Go back to sleep. Sleep is valuable. Sleep is very important. Go back to sleep. You can always watch the VOD. That's how I feel about my friends' live streams. Like, I wish I could be there to support them, but sometimes the power of the sleepy compels me, and I'm too sleepy for this. Like, love you guys. No, the sleep compels me. Okay, so which finger should I use? I'm gonna use my ring finger, I guess. I used my middle finger just now, so I guess I'm gonna use my ring finger now. It's not good to get multiple samples from the same finger if possible. You know? You gotta do more than one. Try to use a different finger. Let's see. Oh my god, that's a lot of blood. Out of context. That's gonna be a clip on the that's gonna be a cold open for the YouTube videos. It's gonna be that's a lot of blood. And then absolutely no context. YouTube only, like, video only watchers will be like, what the fuck is my streamer on about? What the fuck is going on with my streamer? Mysterious things, I'm sure. Okay. So I do have high cholesterol. You guys will not believe this. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna disappear as a VTuber for. I was not going to take a picture of this one, but I have to now because of what it says. It's 6'9", guys. It's literally 6'9". I cannot make this shit up. Hold on, I have to show you on Discord. What the fuck? And like you can see, you can literally go and calculate the time that passed between then and now, because there's like a timer in the bottom corner. If you want. That's crazy. I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay, so one was my cholesterol measurement and one is my blood sugar measurement. So the first one was my blood sugar. The second is my cholesterol. I do have high cholesterol, so that is not healthy. 6.9 cholesterol is not healthy, but my doctors can't really figure out why I have that. So let me politely and correctly dispose of all this real quick. Okay, wrap this up. Put this inside, the needle inside the thing. Store my chips correctly. That's green. This one goes here. But yeah, doctors don't know what's wrong with me in a lot of ways. One of them is my cholesterol levels. Pretty much every single doctor I've been to, because I look quite young, even though I'm like, so your eternally useful jellyfish VTuber is not under the age of 30, let's say. Because I look very young enough that a lot of people still ask me what I'm currently studying. A lot of doctors don't believe me when I say I have high cholesterol levels, and they're like, "Oh, you're so young and like you're so like slim," you know, because doctors are fat phobic like that. So they're, "Oh, you're so young, you're so slim," and I'm just like, okay, first of all, I'm not that young. My back hurts. Second of all, my cholesterol has been high for like at least the past 15 years for no apparent reason. Because I eat a lot of grass. I would like to say I have a very healthy diet. And yet. So we don't know what causes it. We don't know why it's like that. And the medication has helped. It used to be higher than 6'9". But we're still working on it over time. 6'9", nice. I cannot believe the first one, 6'7", and the second one, 6'9". Insanely iconic 3 moments. This has to become a YouTube video, right? It has to at this point. Okay, let's keep moving. You still get ID. You get ID checked over Red Bull? Why would you get... Why do you need an ID for Red Bull? What? What? Wait, no, sorry. Red Bull doesn't have alcohol in it. Why do you need an ID check? Is it... What, like, because they're like, oh, teenagers shouldn't be drinking, like, the concentrated caffeine dose of the sun? Is that why? I've never heard of that. You've got to be 16 at least. Really? Oh, wow, that's crazy. I mean, to be fair, that does kind of make sense. You know, like, it's... Red Bull's a lot, guys. Someone check to make sure you and your friend are over 12. 12? Checking to make sure you're over 12 is diabolical. I have... Oh! See? Distraction. This has to be as for Clementine. No! Hold on. The blood sacrifice was sacrificing. Where's the last one? Okay, let's see. So the first one has to be Clementine, right? Because we spooked Water Blue just now. But we don't know what the next one is. We know this is coming. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Blood for the blood. Wait, I gotta finish my train of thought before she scared the hell out of me. I haven't been ID'd for my like whether I'm like driving legally or not, or for alcohol for like a very long time. 'Cause I clearly look like an adult, you know, but like a young adult because no one thinks I have a job. They never like, oh, what do you work as? It's always, what are you studying? And I'm like, I appreciate that you think I look so young, but my back would like its senior citizen rights to sit in the you know, like the chair in buses and trains where like you're supposed to give to like the disabled and the elderly. I don't know what's like a term for it, but like yeah, you know, it's like I would like to be allowed to sit in this chair because like my back is creaking. Okay, you mean ID for alcohol was a good 50 years? Yeah, like when I was in my mid-20s, I was still getting ID for alcohol, but not anymore. I'm literally too old to get ID for alcohol.
这是什么意思？新城消防大使弗罗拉前来
BTS
报道。
yeah, BTS
有
does
我
have
在
a
的地
pretty
方
good
连一个
like
火星都不会出现。
pull rate. You know, I think like a lot of people get the thing on the banner before actually like hitting 70 something or like hitting hot pity.
放开我！新城消防大使弗罗拉前来报道。
Oh my god,
有
so
我
nervous.
在的地方连一个火星都不会出
But yeah,
现。
so like, because
真的。
currently I'm playing Whirlwind's Meet right now, so sometimes I gacha as well for priority seating, priority areas. Yeah. Legally I am actually allowed to use them because I'm so chronically ill. It's legally classified as a disability. But I try not to, because like if I'm feeling so unwell that I would need that seat, I probably shouldn't be out to begin with. So normally if I feel well enough to go out, I wouldn't need them. So I still try not to use them. But for the sake of principle, my back,
现在抓
my
我，
creaking knees,
最好有
plus
站得住脚的
100
理由。
to joint pain.
不然我还有6个
哎呀
单子没结尾款，
So ID,
你
getting
替
ID
他们付钱。
a long ago thing.
承蒙关照，对我来说不过是从一个牢笼
Hello?
转移到了另一个牢笼。
What? Hilda was in. Okay, so first Hilda was interested in the 6-7, and now she's interested in the 6-9. She's really trying to get hip with the times. I guess she wants to know like the different memes of the generations, the different numbers and codes of the generation. You know, Hilda loves me. I love her as well. It's reciprocated. I heard there was a place for elderly people. You were right. This conversation hits the hallmarks of everything to do with Hilda. How do you do, fellow geriatric sinners? She wants that Gen Alpha Riz. Chat, is this cringe? Wow. Okay, let's keep. So we have so S5 is guaranteed. So we just have to get the S5. Well, this is it's fairly painless, I feel like, overall. So far for this. Overall up to S5 with that final spook there. It's not like it was a tragic teach one. So we're gonna just get through the last bit here. We have a lot of things for me to edit for the YouTube video already. I don't need to pad this section out with like artificial tension. I have got to be the most unhinged streamer ever. Just like openly telling you guys when I'm padding sections on stream for YouTube content. And doing like live blood tests on stream. Hey, trust me, if I was experienced enough, I was trained and licensed to do it, I would have like drawn a vial of blood on stream. Yeah, I would do it. You know, but I'm not trained. I would not encourage anyone who is not trained to do something very dangerous.
你谁找这副
Like that?
battle 样
Okay.
子？哈，
Well, a little,
活着的
little
方
quick,
式别在我面前放。
home kit is totally fine. So 40. She is doing her best, you know. I have opinions as well about the new Hilda attire, which I shall express later because I love her very much. So I shall express later after we secure Clementine. Surely at the 50 poll mark. Oh, damn it! We couldn't replicate the magic of the previous 50
现
poll
在
one.
抓我，
61, 60 polls. Oh, there we go. There she is.
新城消防大使弗罗拉前来报道。
How late did she arrive? Oh, pretty late in the evening.
没有证据。放开我！放开我！舟车劳顿，
Yeah,
一
she's
路
pretty
辛
late,
苦。
60 something.
MB 西西是吧？
真相是个危险的东西，就算再怎么丑，也总会有人被它吸
That
引
was
着靠
40,
近，
10, 50, 60,
沉醉其中，
60, so that's
无法自拔，就像现在的你一样。好久不见，我亲爱的侦探，准备好。
Did I do my math wrong? 100, 200, okay, so total was 320 for S5 Clementine. That's not horrific. Honestly, for S5, I've had much worse of certain sinners, but it's not low either. This is average luck, which kind of checks out because like the first couple were lucky, and then we got a couple of spooks after that. So this is kind of like average luck. I would say around 300-ish. You know, but if you get, I think if you get past 350, that's pretty bad luck. And then if you get like below 300, it's like pretty decent luck. You will get for S5, you know. But S1 was really fast. S1 was literally 50 pulls, you know, and we just got S1 already. So I feel like most people would probably stop at S1 based on the kit if you're using her as an amper and not a standalone DPS. But yeah, let's see. So the thing about Hilda's attire I don't really like is that I don't think it's a very interesting design. Basically, like I'm happy she's gotten her skin, but I wish the design was a bit more interesting. Cause like if you go to her classic attire, you know, I mean to be fair, okay, this is kind of hard to see. Let's go to like her standing pose. Oh my god, Augustus, hello. So you can see like it's interesting because you have like different materials going on. So you have like the coat, the shirt, the belt, the thing. I don't know what to call this, the belt area thing, and then like the skirt, stock. They're all different materials. It makes it texturally very interesting, and also you have like a very subtle asymmetry. So it's not like I am a VTuber myself, so I'm allowed to say that it's not like VTuber designs where you have like asymmetry everywhere. Like you have a clip here, and this is like has a shoulder piece, and this is like sleeveless, and this has a glove, and you know like it's not like everywhere to the point where it's overwhelming. It's just like a little bit to make the whole like impression of it overall a lot more interesting. Just that bit of asymmetry there, right? And then of course it's very historically relevant to the kind of patterns being used at the time in like kind of the British World War II sort of, right? So I really like her base design. I think it's really good. And then of course for other reasons as well. And then you have like the different accessories as well. So you have like the metal stuff here. Again, it's like the textural contrast. You know this is metal, so automatically your brain like kind of weights that outfit. But her new attire doesn't really have that, you know? So there is nothing we really... Yeah, exactly. There is nothing we really learn more about Hilda's character through that outfit. Because like exactly what DX said, the outfit itself is not really that interesting, the new one. This like compared to this one, right? It looks simple, but it's actually very visually interesting. And then in the new one, there's not that much very visually interesting. Like the whole dress is one dress and she gets a hat. You know? There's no like major changes in colors or anything throughout the whole piece of the dress and the surveillance order attire. And like DX said, we don't really learn anything new about her from the background. So like in Priscilla's surveillance order skin, you can see Tetra's shirt in the room, which is like, what? First of all, why? Second of all, what were you two doing? Third of all, good for you. And as well, you can see, I believe the slippers, right? The slipper count, it was in Anne's attire. So you get to learn like little things about them and their relationships with other people through those skins. But you don't really get that for Hilda's skin. You know, and for a very visually interesting pajama skin, there's actually Victoria's. Let me show you guys. this account probably has it, I think. So you can see Victoria's puts her inside like a jewelry box or a music box. And you know, of course, it represents how she's like trapped inside her room and isolated from everything else. Even though like you can see like she looks so comfortable and all, she's actually still like trapped. But you don't, you know, you don't really learn much. Like you see here, like there's scissors and a syringe for like the bandages and all that. You can see all these little details that really reflects her. But you don't actually get anything of that from yeah, see, like so there are a lot of these attires, and see you can see blood packs underneath the sofa, right? You see like these are actually medicine tablets. So this is I think this skin is very slept on. I don't think enough people appreciate how good this skin actually is. I think it's much better than a surveillance order skin, if I'm gonna be honest. But Hilda's skin doesn't do any of like that stuff. Also, what is
机
this?
长，
Oh,
来一个
interaction
糖果吧。
button.
吃下去以后，
Oh, okay.
所有的难受和不开心就全都不见了。
Oh, you can press that to interact. I didn't even know.
你喜欢哪个颜色
but
的？
yeah. So that is an example of like a cozy pajama skin. I think was done very well. Tetra's, where's Tetra's skin? Not Tetra, sorry, Priscilla. Where is Priscilla? Anne is here. Oh, let me show you guys Anne. Was it? I can't remember what it was. Was it the slippers or the shoes? For someone remind me. I don't remember what it was for Anne. Where is Priscilla? Priscilla, I know it's the shirt. Ah, there we go. This one. So if you look first, there is the blue fox mask here, and it's like it even stands out in the background because it's blue. You know, nothing else. Look, nothing else in the room is like a cluster of blue like that. And so like it's obviously meant to draw your eye to this detail, like that. And there's a white button-up shirt hanging on the sofa, right there. Priscilla doesn't wear button-up shirts, ever. It is like not on her like a casual outfit or anything. Like she's not even wearing one here. It's not her shirt. You know who does? You know who does? Where the fuck is Tetra? Oh my god, where's Tetra? This account, please. There's right. Tetra is the one who wears white button-up shirt. Look. Not just in her skins, her base attire. Right there. So, you know, you get these things, and then you see like this little necklace Tetra's wearing, little blue necklace, right? Guess what's in Priscilla's skin? Look there. Yeah? Right? So you can always do, and Aisno has done, really fun storytelling with the environment in their cozy skin. So just because it's a pajama skin or a casual skin doesn't mean it's like too simple. Like she's basically just wearing a nightgown and a fluffy hat / hairband, right? You could be like, oh, it's too simple, but like this skin actually has a lot of details in the environment, and I feel like we didn't get that with Hilda. So like anatomy problems aside, that's my main beef with it. Mismatched slippers, and as she's still wet, people speculate Anne was rushing out. Oh, rushing out to who? To where? to where? To look for who? Well, yes. So that's a really good one. Another really good one actually is Shuma's base. So because it's so zoomed in, a lot of people don't know that. So you can't actually see this from here. But if you zoom out, you can actually see here, Shuma's art has two dolls with the same, you can see like she's a bang in the middle of her face, right? With the same bangs she has. So if you've played Shuma's Interrogation, you will know she was actually born with a twin sister. But because her mom was infected with mania while pregnant with them, the twin ended up dying because of the mania contamination, and Shruma managed to survive, but she was born as a sinner. So this actually is representing, the fact that she has a twin sister that she, never got to meet. And my personal opinion on why the crib is full of mushrooms is because mushrooms grow on dead things. So it's supposed to represent like that she survived where her sister could not. Her baby infant sister could not. Or twin. I'm not sure it was a sister or it was a twin. But yeah. So a lot of people don't know this. But a lot of skins are very interesting, even base attires. Go check them out in your game. There's a lot of detail in a lot of these skins. So yeah. Yeah, go get in your game, check them out. But yeah, so that's my problem with the new Hilda attire. Lack of... We just don't learn much about her, And then of course we have skins that are literary references, like... what was this? Odyssey from the Orb? Was it? No, that's Civilian's Order name. I forgot what it is. What the name of this is. This is a literary reference to Demian. It's a very classic novel. Classic work of literature. Yeah, so there's just a lot of meaning to a lot of the attires, even base designs, and I don't know why we just didn't get that. Like, the thread that made me blow up on Twitter was, the first one was vanilla. The second one was LL's thread that just like exploded my following on Twitter back in the day. LL's base design is peak. It's so good, and it baffles me that the chain of discovering what the design was so specific, and like the chances of someone realizing what the design was so low, because I found it out by complete coincidence, and yet they cared enough to put that in as the design, which is crazy to me. So it's a whole thing, but I'll explain it very briefly. Where's LL? It's probably pinned, maybe. Oh my god, where's my fish girl? So LL's base attire, you can see there's a lot of lilies and stuff, right? So this is important. You might be like, why the hell are there so many lilies and stuff in her art? Like, what does this have to do with her? And that's what I wondered as well. So her ECB, I think it's very obvious what she's doing in her ECB, right? And in her interrogation, it explicitly says she tried to kill herself. I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube. She tried to unalive herself when she was abandoned by her parents, but that didn't work, and she awakened as a sinner. So this is showing that scene. The name of this, you can check in your own game in English. The name of this is the 14th Symphony. So you'll be like, what? She's not a musician. What does this have to do with anything? What's going on? Why is it called this? By complete coincidence, because there are a lot of 14th Symphony. A symphony is basically a type of music. It's like if you said the 14th pop song that's like 4 minutes long. Which one? By who? From in what country? Like, you don't know. It's just a song, a certain symphony, a bunch of songs, someone's 14th album, and they might not even have had 13 before. They might have just called it that for like it's a long story, classical music. Anyway, so it's like you don't know. So I was like, okay, we're not gonna know whose it is, but I happen to be a musician, so my favorite instrument is the cello, but I also play the violin. On the violin, one of the last few songs I very earnestly played in concert before I retired was a piece by this composer called Shostakovich, and it so happens that I found out while Googling 14th Symphony, and I was like, let me just put in random composers that I know with the 14th Symphony and see like what I get. And it so happened that I was like, oh, you know, I like Shostakovich's stuff. Maybe he has a 14th Symphony. So I went to look for it, and I found out that the 14th Symphony by Shostakovich is a collection of songs that he composed based on several different poems. And these poems tend to do with death, unaliving yourself, the value of life, and contemplations on things like that. So specifically, why LL has the name LL? Because in this collection of poems, one of them is literally called Lorelei, which is her name. Her name in all promotional materials is not LL, it's Lorelei. It's spelled out. So I was like, wait, have I just found something? So I went, like, I checked all of the poems that were like connected to the symphony, and then I found one where it's literally like, put, like, you know, you have to put lilies on my grave and stuff, and like it's a whole thing. The whole poem is about like lilies on the grave, and that's why LL's base attire has lilies all over, because, and she's in her bathtub because she tried to kill herself in her bathtub. It was her, you know. How do you think that some random player is actually going to find this? The amount of coincidences that went through for me to accidentally stumble upon this was crazy, and yet they cared enough to do it. That's why I love this game's art so much. There's definitely stuff we haven't found yet. You know? Like, there's just shit that they've put, and it's like the most big brain reference that takes like 20 years in reading books and shit to figure out. And like, we just haven't figured it out because our brains are not big enough. Dumpling and 4K's brains? Yes, you're right. Too massive. We could never. I'm sure there's more. But like, this is why I have such a soft spot for LL. When I found this, like, shortly after her release on Global, it was crazy. Blew my mind. Like, you know? Yeah, that's the thing with LL. So a lot of her ties are like that. And you can just go and look, she still has the little white flowers in even this. It's like a very important part of her character, you know? Even when she ults in her base skin, when you ult with LL using the base skin, look closely. The ult has lily particles appearing when you ult. It's very, very cool. Yes, enough of my yapping. Let's get on to a little bit of testing. So, have to raise Clementine a bit. So I'm going to test. What I'm most interested in is testing her in ROTD. The reason for that is because... Oh, well, that was exactly one. The reason for that is because the Shauong on this account is S5 already. And Xiaofeng is way too strong at S4. S0 Xiaofeng is honestly not that strong. S4 Xiaofeng is way too strong. It's like she's the physical DPS water blue, you know? So, I don't think it's super meaningful to test on this account with like S0 versus, S0 Clementine with like S5 Xiaofeng. It's still going to be good, you know? Like, it's like, oh, is S0 melee good? And then you test it with S5 water blue. You can't tell. The water blue is already too strong. So I don't really think we're going to get much value out of testing that on stream. So I would rather test S0 and S1 Clementine in ROTD, check like her mobbing abilities. You know, because I think from there we get a really good idea of how she feels as a sub-DPS. Like, I mean, we know her buffs are good. Like, S0, 20, what was it, what, 20 plus 24? And then or 25, I forgot. Then S1 is another 20% on top of that. It's like more than 60% at S1 for a Xiaofeng. We know it's going to be good, so I don't think it's very meaningful for us to test that. And I think it would be very fake of me to be like testing them together and then be like, oh my god, it's so strong, Xiaofeng is so strong. Like, she's already strong at S4. What's the point? So yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go through maybe some EX stages and ROTD. Let's bring her to 80. And I will pop her skills up to 79999. So I think that's like a very normal invest level at kind of like endgame 5,000 boxes. I'm just gonna open like a chunk and fuse them all up. Remember, guys, remember, don't get tempted by the stream to pull to all in on Xiaofeng. Remember, eyes on the prize on Jichuan. Eyes on the prize. Remember Jichuan. Oh my god, there's so many elytra wings. Holy shit, I didn't know. Oh, I should have opened so many. I thought they'd have like 0 up at like the top. Oh, we'll use those for next time, I guess. Wow, they have so many stones. Nah! I just... who? I swear, before anniversary, they did not have... this account did not have that many consciousness crystals. Am I crazy? There were not this much last stream, right? It was like, I feel like it was like 10 at best. Not how do you have 19? This isn't even an account that doesn't level their skills level 10. Is my problem. How did... What? I'm so... Okay. The reason I'm so shook is not because this is a whale account. Like, we know this is a whale account. It's because, like... They do level their skills to 10. You know, like... They do. So, like, what... Like, you know... So what? Huh? That was 19. That was already 9. I don't remember. Like... What? Okay, some of these are not, at least. But yeah, like, it's not like this account doesn't level skills to 10. Like, Yao's all 10 as well. I'm pretty sure Shin's all 10 because the owner of this account is a fan of Shin. So Shin's all 10 as well. So, brother. What? Okay, let's go back. Oh, Clem's up here. Okay, so we've leveled that. Oh, I don't want to see the ECB values. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so her ECB is whenever each of her alt fields disappears, she obtains a certain amount of energy, so either like 1, 2, or 2. And if using over limit, additionally obtains 30, 45, 60 points of over limit value. So I believe this means every time one of the alt fields disappears, she gets energy for herself and a good chunk of over limit value. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, that's pretty insane actually. And 60 at ECB 3 is Also, bad disturbance is the field. Okay, so there's a distinction between the two parts of the kit. So her ult is called Chekhov's gun. Well, that's what I'm calling it, Chekhov's gun. And casting Chekhov's gun places down the field bad disturbance. So what it's saying is not that when Chekhov's gun finishes casting, it's saying when bad disturbance disappears. So I think it's referring to each time the field disappears. Okay? So it seems like she will get energy back whenever each field disappears, not just once per ult, which is pretty sick. And if you're getting over limit value back, let's say you have S1, you get 3 of these fields per ult. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yo. Yeah, so it's like there's ult, And then there's like the thing, and this one is referring to the thing, not like the whole cast of the ult, which in this case is good. Okay, let me pop one level of ECB on her just to test like how that works. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm gonna go go see Zoya real quick to see how that works.
第一步要干什么来着？我看看探步上是怎么写的。
A little bit now. Hello, Dron. I'm not gonna use Rust to not mess with the.
我可以清除危险，只要那能保证你的安全。
故事开始，
Okay, so I'm gonna use out to give her energy.
而你，小杨上。
So what we want to see is. So the way over limit value works for those who are not experienced yet is that you have this thing in the corner. Can you guys see it or am I blocking it? Oh my god, my big forehead is blocking it. Hold on, let me move myself a little. Okay, so you see this thing here? So this is over limit. When you get over limit value, this is still chief energy, this number, still chief energy like other chief skills. When you get over limit value, that charges up this bar. So all your sinners, like Rust, 99, or like Clementine or whatever, when they get over limit value, it charges the bar up as like a total. It's like a gauge, and when it hits 100 total, it becomes one new chief energy. So we don't have anyone else on the field who can regenerate chief energy. So it should all be coming from Clementine's ults. Ooh, that ult is... Oh, is nice. Oh man, he's so cute. I love the silhouette of her dress. Oh my god, she's serving cunt. Mother! Dude, her stance is so nice. Okay, so as you can see, no one's regenerating any over limit value right now. The bar is staying empty. You're not seeing anything. Hello, welcome to the stream. So apparently when each one disappears, you should get a hit over limit value. It's so much! Oh my god! It's actually just the... Does it work for all pulses? Brother, if you're telling me ECB3 is 60 each time? Brother, you must be kidding me. What? What? Okay, also, does her ult keep going if she gets stunned? Maybe not. It only hit twice. I mean, I think she can't be stunned. Oh wait, no, we have only S0, so we don't know. No, it's fine. Okay, not that. Brother. What? That's crazy. So, okay, let's say you have ECB3 at S1. Okay? So each disappearance gives you 60 over limit value. You get 3. So you get 180 per ult. So each time you ult, you guarantee 1 free chief energy for over limit team. And a little bit more. Chances are you are using Dron, Rust, which further increases it. So it's very likely you will be able to use 1 extra ult from the bit of extra regen Dron or Rust is also giving to like fill out this last bit if you're having like 60 times 3, 180. So 2 to fit all of it. And if I'm not mistaken, Shauong is... I can't believe it gives so much value. Like, what? That's so much. I was like, okay. I was more expecting in the line of something like ECB3 is 30 per ult vanishing. Because you get 3 casts of that as 1. So I was expecting lower numbers. I was just expecting lower numbers for her in general. Yeah, and Shauong uses 2 like ult once. And the thing about Shauong is, again, this is S5. When you have auto summon, 1 ult from her is 4 ults. No buffs, by the way. Have not finished stacking, didn't buff her skill damage or anything. You know? Just casually cast within the first 5 seconds, you do that much damage. You're telling me Clementine can allow her to just do it again one more time? Like, and with buffs? With the ult and with cold break? Miss, you're doing a little too much. What? Okay, calm down. Clementine is definitely very important to Xiaofeng's team. Like, what the fuck? I'm very taken aback by the M value regen. Like, we already knew she's gonna be good for as a sub-DPS support because of the amp. I'm so taken aback by this amount. Also, I want to see the tick. See the tick of the energy whenever it disappears. When it disappears, she should get 1 energy back. See, she does. 1 energy right there. Oh, she can be stunned and the ult will still go off. Okay, let me move my forehead back into my own screen. Yeah, so she's stunned now by Zoya and it still works. So this works independent of her. It's pretty neat. So by the time the first 2 ults finish, you know, she has 6 energy, right? 4 seconds for each. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Each of them give 2 energy back, 1 energy back at ECB1. So she has 6 energy now. So she would have 8. Is she at ECB2? Oh, and if DX, if she has 8 energy at ECB2, her ult cost is 28. If you give her 2 empowers, she can immediately ult again. Right? Right? Correct? Right? And that's at S0, only twice. Not 3 times. 3 times will give her 6 energy back. Plus the waiting time between the ult. Right? Oh my god, that's crazy. So once her first ult finishes, you give her 2 empower, she just ults again, breaks more cores and keeps going. Yeah, and RTD, yeah. Oh my god, we're cooking. Okay, hold on. Let's get out of here and let's go to RTD. That's just my one.
这世上不存在完美。
ROTD. Map 1. She have a buff. Clementine. Ult cost reduces by 6 points! Sinful Scar carriers damage taken, physical damage taken additionally increases 40%. Conspiratorial plots, physical damage effect on each stack is doubled. Largest stack count increases to 20%. They're trying so hard to sell this character. This ROTD buff is disgusting. What the hell? That's crazy. I'm literally not going to use it to make the first test fair, and then we'll do one for fun with using this because this is a crazy buff. That's ridiculous. We're not gonna use it yet. Okay, I'm gonna use something else. Just a random. That's a fury buff. I'm just gonna use something else and just try it because I just want to see how much damage she just does by herself. Normally, I believe for this stage you want to go last stand for map 1, but because you want to spam empowers, we're gonna go with oops, wrong category. We're gonna go
故事开始，
I'm gonna go inversion
罪
slash, I
案发
guess.
生，
Green flower
而
inversion.
你恰好在现场。
I don't know if that's like the best call. We can. I'll give her Dron. She can have
Joy.
Dron as a little
得罪了。
treat. And then who else? I don't think she can crit on her ult. So her ult should be skill 9. I don't think she can crit. Should we just do 2 people? I don't know, let's see how it goes for now. I with multi-hit skills, it's very hard for me to conceptualize how much damage it does because I'm not very good at flirting. You know what, never mind, maybe I don't have to be good at this video game. S0, by the way. I mean, yeah, I have Jichuan, but it's one support. You could bring Cap, Enfer, Yelena, like, they're not immune to fear, you know? You could just bring Enfer, like, for double damage. Sheesh, okay. Damn. Relax. Oh no, I don't have enough port mobs. Where are my port mobs? I think I have to pace how I use my ults back there. Who's sinners by the way? Chuck another one here. Get rid of the balls. Okay. No, come back. The refund is guys, again, remember? I'm not even using the Clementine buff. It's the Fury Cinder buff. It's the it's S0, ECB1. It's 2 Cinders. Like, you could be like, oh yeah, but then it's like, you know, you're using S5 Jichuan. You could use S1 Jichuan and just spam Mortal Path. Realistically. You know, like, and then just use like, just put Shin down or like just put Dudu for like the 20% damage. It's fine. It's fine. It's literally fine. What's it? Okay, so now we've seen it works. I would like to have some fun. No one clip this out of context. With the Clementine buff. Reduces her out cost by 6, increases her buff by like double for everything, or like more or whatever. It's a whole thing. And we shall send her out with Jichuan again, because I just think Jichuan's very good to play. Hell, I think she can solo without Jichuan with the buff. The energy regen is crazy. Yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. May I not accidentally suffer in success too much and what is this? This is S0, by the way? What? Respectfully. What? Like, I mean, ideally you would probably want like LL or something to speed things up, because you know you do get like downtime. But like, hold on, I do want to use a buffer. Just use each one because it's fun.
诸位，得罪
So each one will buff.
终章，终章已至，终章已至。
I will buff Mortal Path. So no attack buff, just energy buff. Okay, Mortal Path.
终章已至，终章已至，终章已至，终章已
What's this?
终章已至。
Respectfully,
终章已至，终章已至。
I think spacing out on one at a time is better for me because again I'm not very good at ROTD, so it's easier for me to manage. I guess we'll do a dailies one. Yeah. Oh wait, I use this one. Whatever. One half. It doesn't matter. Like you guys have seen it. Like
终章已至，终章已至，
that's crazy. Wow.
终章已至。
You guys can't hear, but like my brain is okay. You can hear. Hold on. Let me. My brain is like this right now. that's what's going through my brain right now while playing this. Like, what am I witnessing? What's going on? Question mark thing?
天地肃清，终章已至，终章已至，终章。
Oh, they got it. S1 is really good. Okay, S1 aside from the extra buff, is really good value of like from what I'm playing here because of the third thing. Not because of the extra damage. It's nice, but because the third wave is a diamond shape. That is a lot more useful than I thought it would be. It's like, you know how Ying Ying's ult at S0 is a square and it becomes like one bit bigger on each side to be a diamond. It's like that. It is way more useful than I thought it would be. S1 is really, really good value. I think if you are going for her, S0 is complete, but S1 is a really worth shackle to get. Yeah, S1 feels really nice. Is she gonna shake up my pull racks? Oh my god, don't remind me. Why'd you have to remind me I have an actual job to do? Instead of just, imagine not just going to game, being a meta slave. It's the fate I put upon myself. See, like, it just, man, I don't know. What's a basic attack to me there? I don't know if it's like frame perfect. I don't know. I'm not good enough at ROTD for frame perfect, but it looks pretty dang close. Like,
天地肃清，终章已至，终章已至。
man, they're just fading away as they appear. Oh, come here. That's crazy. Literally, my reaction to this is just, that's crazy. Oh, I used that in the wrong order. It's fine. S0 main DPS 47k, by the way. What the fuck? Is she a must for Rust team because of over limit earlier? She's not. Okay, so Russ Russ is like the ideal tank for over limit teams the way Yuigu is the ideal tank for crit teams. You don't have to have them, but like if you want the best of the best, it's them. You know, like you could go for someone else. Like with Arcane Crit, you could just make Yin Yang tank or melee tank or whatever, right? They regen enough health. You could do that. And like in this team, you could make like RF Rahu tank for physical damage. You could make more tank physical damage. It would work with like Zoya and Xiaofeng as well because they're both physical damage. But like if you want more and alt charges, you want like damage taken buff and stuff like that, then and like core breaks, then like the ideal pick is Rust. So he's that for over limit teams. So you don't have to play Zoya and Xiaofeng with Rust. So like he's not a must pull in that sense. It's different from like let's say Yin Yang is a must pull in Arcane Crit or Jichuan is a must pull in Burn because they contribute too much that if you don't have them in the team, it's like why are you playing this team? You know, it's like if you want to play RF Adela and you don't have Yelena, it's like what are you trying to do? You know, that's what I consider like a core member. But if it's the case of overlimit and stuff, it's a little more flexible. Ideally, it's Rust. If not, the team can still work. Clementine is just like do I want to say Sito? Clementine is like the Sito, I guess, of this team. So like what Sito is to Shattered Blade. What Sito is to Shattered Blade is what Clem probably is gonna end up being for Xiaofeng from like my testing. So she contributes core break, she contributes amp, she can help you like wipe a couple of mobs here and there and stuff. They'll go to Clementine to quite a big extent. So yeah. And then it's just she is a sinner that helps round off a lot of the weak points of their main DPS. The way Sito does for Augustus. So I think it will end up being like Xiaofeng's core team member is Clem. Yeah, she's like a melee or Raven for Arcane Crit. It's not like Xiaofeng, to be clear, Xiaofeng has done single buff 500 million damage in the last TOA 13 on the Chinese server without using shield stack. She used her own team over limit team. It's not shield stack and she got 500 million. It's very difficult. Like I tried to do it. I tried for so long. I couldn't do it. It's too difficult. Like huge respect to the person who managed to do it, but it's possible. So Xiaofeng's overlimit team already does a lot of damage if you have like everyone else. You have like Jichuan, you have Rust, you have Xiaofeng, High Shackles. Of course, this is High Shackles, of course. So in that sense, like, do you need Clementine in this team? Probably not, because this team is already very strong. But like, is she technically the best in slot? I think she is. She brings a lot to this team. And my gut feeling, again, I can't really test with a low shackle Xiaofeng, so it's very hard to say. Again, with the water blue comparison, it's very hard for me to say if like S0 it's very hard for me to say with certainty. So this is my hallucinate crafting, my theory crafting, that S0 Clementine will make a big difference to S0 Xiaofeng, because I think S0 Xiaofeng is very weak and not really worth pulling. I think at the very least for Xiaofeng, you should aim for S1. I don't feel like she's a complete sinner at S0, honestly. The start time is way more annoying than you think it is. And of course, if you want her to be strong, to be very meta, then you want to go all the way to S4 and Xiaofeng, which is very high shackles. And then if you're at that point, it means you want to play this team, you like her, you want to play this team, then definitely in that case, you have S4 Xiaofeng, go for at least S1 Clementine. It's gonna be like ridiculous. Like, what is this? It's gonna be ridiculously strong, right? So But I am not confident to say that S0 Clem is going to help with S0 Xiaofeng. Because S0 Xiaofeng is a very different character to S4, and I don't have that to test with. And I don't want to say things that I haven't tested. What I feel is that it would definitely help a lot, because even S0 Clem's numbers are very good. And like I said, the major roadblock with Xiaofeng at S0 for me while I was testing is mob spawning in weird spots, weird core breaks and stuff, which Rust helped with, and now Clem can help with a lot. So I think that should help if you got like, let's say, S0 Rust, S0 Xiaofeng, S0 Clem. But I'm just really not confident in S0 Xiaofeng. It feels like S0 0. Like the limited sinner 0. That one. Like it just, the energy regen on the ult 2, the fact you have to get like external sources of energy for it, she just doesn't really feel complete at that shackle. It's just kind of hard to like get the ball rolling and all, you know. That's how I feel about that. So I don't know if I can get another account to test with, like low shackles on all of them, but high shackles, if you're like into Xiaofeng, is like the free water you're served at a restaurant. But yes, low yes, low shackles, Clem will help a lot. Is the help enough? Is hard to say. High shackles is just Xiaofeng is already halfway to flying. Clementine just straps a set of jet engines onto her, man. What the hell? But I will say as well, Dron is very important in Xiaofeng's team for elemental damage buff and for more over limit value regen. So you do still want to pull Dron anyway. So even if you're like, oh, but I want to play Xiaofeng, I like Xiaofeng more, I don't really mind like losing out on the refund or whatever on Dron, which number one, it's a bad idea, don't. But number two, you need Dron anyway for Xiaofeng. So please prioritize pulling Dron first, okay? Because if you, may we all here know the lesson that no matter how good your DPS is in Path to Nowhere, if you don't have their supports, they will not do anything, okay? So please, even if you want to play Xiaofeng, even if you want to play Clementine after seeing this, please pull Dron first, okay? Very important. Important things must be said 3 times. Pull for Dron first. Pull for Dron first. Pull for Dron first. How is strapping wings to a tiger makes them... Okay, imagine a tiger leaps at you to try and kill you, right? Now imagine that tiger has wings to leap at you 2 times faster. Isn't that more dangerous? Okay, so my pull recommendations with Dron is bare minimum, go for S1. Because S1 gives you a bigger buff on the elemental damage. It's a whole 50% more buff on elemental damage, so it's a 50% buff to like Dron herself, technically, and it's also a 50% buff to Xiaofeng, it's a 50% buff to Clem if you decide to get her, and any future elemental. 50% more buff to Yao, Burn Team, all of that as well. And it makes it a lot more flexible when you want to choose who to use the energy refund on, because you get to use 2 targets. If you only have S0, you only get to choose 1, which is like, it's fine, but like, she's a limited sinner, you might as well push to S1 when it gives you so much value. So I would suggest S1. If you really can't push to the other recommendation, which is S4, to me, ideally, you should drop as much as you can to chase S4 on Dron. I feel like it's worth to everyone to skip like pulling a Darren, to skip pulling Yao, to like just skip all of that, skip Xiaofeng, skip whatever, like whatever. S4 Dron, it's so hard for me to explain how strong S4 is compared to S1. in terms of both like you don't need to use a brain anymore, and as well as just uptime on everything. Man, like it's whack. But if you really can't get S4, which is completely understandable for F2P players, or like new players or returning players, then target S1 Dron at least. And then in that scenario, you have to learn when to use either her first or third. You normally don't use her second ult, but you have to learn like when it's ideal to use her first or third ult. In that case, if you're only pulling S1 or S2. If you're pulling S4, all you do, just permanently spam the first ult. Just, you have it, spam it, have it, spam it. You don't need to use your brain. No brain cells required, nothing, no thoughts, head empty. You see Dron as ult, just use the first one. It's so OP. Anyway, that's the pull recommendation for Dron. S5 is niche, honestly. It's like the damage contribution ends up not being very much in most scenarios, but if you're like an avid, like if you're really into the game and you play like a lot and you're very into EX stages, weird clears, like you want to do Dron hyper carry, then you need S5. But S4 is really the key there for high shackles. Not so much S3. S3 is, honestly, I don't feel like it's that important because it's a skill damage taken buff and not everyone can use it. S4 is a game changer. It's so strong. But again, very understandable if someone can't push all the way up to S4. It's like it's a very high shackle, so go for S1. S5 is only for elemental. S5 basically makes Dron herself do like a hit of elemental damage every time she basic attacks while her ult is active for 10 seconds. So at S5 what it ends up being is, oh my god, I can just I'm in the game, I can literally show you guys. Hold on. Which boss is less annoying? This one, I think. No, this boss is quite annoying as well, to be honest. But it's fine. All of these buffs are bad. Ooh, Dron buff. Never mind, I complained too early. Too many key shackles behind S4. Yes, I agree. A very, very high shackle to be locked behind. I don't need refund of Millie. What should I use?
画像则上于天，该启程了。
Because if I use Hestia, you might be like, oh, the damage is like coming from Hestia.
不用跟来，我能行。
And then who else? We use Shin for some healing.
他们会听话的。
Oh, yeah.
小杨，
energy.
上！
Dron needs fun brands. Just put hot egg on Millie. I don't think I need cremas and anyone else. There we go. Do I have cremas now? I have something. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I didn't put sliver of hope.
给你最真挚的爱，请倾听他的低语。给你最真挚的爱，尽情哀之欲色，燃尽于此，燃尽于此。尽情释放。 倾听他的低语，哀之欲色，天地肃清。
Do I have core breaks? Oh my god, I might not have core breaks. That's crazy. I lost the mob, seriously. Have enough core breaks?
攻击必复，
Shit, I
尽情释放。给你最真挚哀之欲色，
don't have core breaks.
天地肃清。
I can't use Distel's ult there. Okay, let me change that. Do I want immolation? No. Just the lasers until...
给你最真挚的爱，
No, I want immolation. Let me put immolation on Shin. So normally you don't have to... Where is my sliver of hope? Okay, remember this is a support.
给你最真挚的爱。
轻轻
天之易碎，天地素清。尽情释放。
Basic attack. Oh my god. Basic attack got
天地素清。再见了，给你最真挚的爱，燃尽于此。给你最
倾听他的低语。
Yeah, I can't do this with LL. Ah, I can't put my LL up there.
给你最真挚的爱。
What? Why is she dying? Oh my
天
god.
之易碎，天地素清。尽情释放。天之易碎，尽情释放。给你最真挚的爱。
Oh, the stupid scream. I hate it.
燃尽于此。
What? I need to not put my sinners there. I can't play this game while I'm sick, I swear. Gaming is not gaming. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm having massive skill issues. Why is my guy dying again? Please,
天之易碎，
it's not very
天地素
progressive.
清。尽情释放。给你最真挚的爱。天之易碎，天地素清。
Oh my god, finally.
多吉利，我会从
Where's
深
my
渊
shindig?
再次
Whatever,
尽
man.
于此，给你最真挚的爱。尽情天之易碎，给你最真挚的爱。尽情释放。
What? Why is it doing no damage? I'm so
天
confused.
之易碎，
What am I doing wrong today? Is it because I'm just choosing bad buffs? Oh, the timer went past 30. The boss is pushing me upward. I will never. Oh, gee. But yes, you're supposed to be able to play Dron as a main DPS like this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm just like... Am I putting down the wrong sinners? I forgot. Can't pay for shit. This is how you know I'm actually very bad at this game.
天之易碎，尽情释放。天之易碎，天地素清。
多吉利，
燃尽于此，给你最真挚的爱。
倾听
尽情释放。天之易碎，天地素清。
Oh yeah, it's because I'm not getting Bell Tower anymore. Was this fight always so slow? What the fuck? I'm not. Wait, hold on. I'm not getting Bell Tower anymore, and I'm still doing that much damage. It's all from Dron, by the way. What the fuck?
尽情释放，给你最真挚的爱。
What? I'm not. What? I'm so convinced. Why did I not do damage last? I'm having so many questions right now. What? I didn't even know Dron did that much damage at S5. What? There... Okay, hold on, let me use Embrace of the Dead and see what happens, because but then I don't do damage to elites. Whatever, man. Let's just go for it. But yeah, as far as Dron goes from being a support to a DPS, and you can do some pretty weird shit. Oh yeah, without the power, that damage is a little unobvious. That is this cringe. Oh no, machine died. Man. Thanks from Dron, by the way. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, so you can play Dron as a main DPS in Dark Zone if you're so inclined, but it's not like when you check it in a burn team, like shield stack or whatever, Dron doesn't really do that much damage. Like even if you spam Heavenly Path all the time and trigger that, it doesn't really end up doing much. So S5 is not that important. It's only for silly things like this or for like EX stages. Like one it was pretty good on was 6-3 was it? Was it this one? No, not whale. Is it this one? This one stage helped a lot. Oh yeah, it's this one. So this is max depth. Oh my god, please, why did you have to hit Eve? Please hit here. Yeah, that's fine, I'll take that. Just keep, like... What is that? Max depth, by the way. Max depth, by the way. Ooh, I gas boss too close to the sun there. Oh my Dron, please. What am I taking damage from? Oh my god, my poor Dron is going to die. But yeah, like what is this? You know? What is it? So I think S5D, like you can't do this with S4 Dron because you don't get the damage hit from it. Oh, hello. Hi, I'm sick currently and currently unable to focus on playing the game, but otherwise good. Having fun, that's the most important thing. But yeah, so you can't do this with S4 Dron. It has to be S5. But like, this is very niche. You know, how many people are going to pull all the way to S5 for Sinner just to do silly clears like this? It feels more like if you've pulled all the way to S4, you might as well pull S5. It feels more like that. It's like, hey, you know, you've pulled all the way to S4, Dron is like super broken already. You might as well pull one more and add another weird thing to her kit. That's what S5 feels like. It's not a must-have. by any means. So like, don't feel pressured to pull S5 Dron if you can't. S4 is definitely like the important one, and like the budget key one I would say is S1 on her. But if you can just do ridiculous shit like this, like what the frick even? You know?
给你最真挚的爱，尽情
And then with LL, it's just infinite energy farming. What is this? What is this? And then because she can randomly trigger electrocution in EX stages, she can like briefly freeze enemies. And you know, we all know Lamia is one of the best sinners of all time ever, especially in EX stages, and it just synergizes so well. I remember this stage gave me so many problems when it came out. This was the last stage in EX6 that I cleared, max cleared, when EX6 first came out. It was so difficult, and like I got babysitting from the god of EX stages, Chrysodemus. Like they were in my chat babysitting me, and I was still struggling. That's how hard it was for me. And now I'm just like going through it. You know, like literally just because of Dron.
尽情释放。
Oh my god, my freaking Eve. My Eve, yo. I
爱主义，给你最真挚的爱。
I'm not gonna mind the turtle, I'm gonna get rid of the bitch real quick. Like, that AoE just does so much damage, and in stages where LL is not banned, it's just so easy. Like, bruh. I have to kill the turtle. Whatever, just walk on the cheek, man. Oh my. Jesus Christ, well, no one died, so it's fine.
爱主义，给你最真挚的爱。
Like, what? Respectfully.
小
Oh
红
no,
路
she
远，
died. Sad.
替我走完吧。不可以在这里结束。
But yeah, you get my point about Dron.
活起
I should have moved the bear in front to tank that. I didn't know it was gonna attack them and not the bear. I was gonna tank that. Anyway, yeah. So S5 is quite niche. It's very. Don't get me wrong. I find it very fun to play. Like when Dron first came out, I was on this account so often because it was just so fun. I really just enjoyed like having to plan my routes out, you know, having to like just play like quite actively, moving her around, thinking about like my move count and stuff. I found that very fun, but I don't think that will be the case for most people to go all the way to that just for this reason. Why PTN copy? What do you mean copy? It's like most gachas have a 50-50 now. I mean, I think it's a good thing. You know, there's like, this is a ethics topic so much bigger than I can cover in one stream, which is like, you know, it's a whole thing. But my opinion on live service and gachas is that if you want a game that keeps updating with art of like this quality, animations, story, CG, music, voice lines, you have to pay for it, because otherwise how are they going to pay the people making it? Let's not talk about like executive profits and stuff and like them pocketing like a bunch of the cut. Even if you only purely paid the creators, you still have to pay them. And it's very hard to convince people that you need to subscribe to this game to keep getting updates and keep like paying to get updates. So, you know, you get the gacha system instead, where it's like, to get this character, you need to pay. And the profit they get from this character or from selling the outfits funds the rest of the game, which overall becomes like one whole package. That's an easier sell to most people. Now, whether gacha itself as a form of gambling is predatory or not, it's like a basically repackaged gambling. It's like more socially acceptable and like sparkly and fun and not so like life destroying, but it is life destroying. It's still gambling. Is another thing. But yeah, back in the day, where you had like the Fate series or like Grand Blue Fantasy, these were the old school ones. Well, I say old school, but they're not that old. Older gachas. They did not have hot pity. They did not have. They didn't even have the shop system of like Nikkei or something, which functions as their heart pity. Like, if you're so unlucky that you pull 500 times and you don't get a single copy of a character, man, it sucks to be you. You know, and I think like, certain countries are very strong anti-gambling and anti like minors overplaying games laws. Certain countries, I think we all know which country I'm talking about. So a lot of games from that country, which include Hoyoverse games and PTN, end up with more strict rules around them. And also you have things like you have to accurately display the win-loss chance or rate in-game to players. It's part of the laws as well. So I hope that more gachas can have a better rate like path to nowhere. Ideally, I would like the concept of gacha to not exist at all, but if it's going to fund the game, if it's going to have transparent rates that I have managed to sim on a calculator that does come out roughly correct, with my experience as well, when I check my history and stuff, and I get a lot of art that has a lot of love put into it, a lot of original music, songs, stories that I really enjoy, then for me, I think that's a price worth paying. And like there is not really a better model that doesn't end up underpaying the creators. Because not every game can be a hit like Hollow Knight. You know? Hollow Knight has basically turned its creators, Team Cherry, like to people and a couple of freelancers and like outsource and stuff into millionaires. They don't have to, if they don't want to work on more games in the future. They made Silk Song for the love of the game. They did not have to work anymore after Hollow Knight if they didn't want to. But that's like one in like hundreds of thousands of games. You don't get that kind of success most of the time. So they need like a more sustainable model, right, to fund this. And I think the laws making the rates transparent and all these kind of things are a very good thing. I do hope they become more strict. I do hope rates slowly get better and better. And hopefully maybe more games move towards like Where Winds Meet, for example. They maybe make gachas cosmetic only. Though I do think Where Winds Meet rate is kind of fucked up. But it's cosmetic only, so fine. Since you can play all of the game and hit end game like speedrun content without paying a single cent, fine. But you know, Path to Nowhere is a mix of both, and for me, I think that price is worth it. If you don't, that's fair, you know. But then you can just not play the game. So it's up to your individual financial responsibility, because as per the laws, they are not allowed to lie to you, or they will get a massive fucking fine from the government. And most game companies are not capable of paying that amount. So it will, you know, yeah. They are just very, very low incentives to lie to you. Yes, the rate transparency thing was because of GBF. So thank God we are no longer in that era, and we have games like this. Reverse, we have games like, honestly, we have like a system like Hoyoverse as well. Though I think their rate, I feel like Hoyoverse's rate is a bit of a scam. Like it is a bit too far for the curve to start increasing. Like people get S ranks quite late compared to P. Maybe I'm just spoiled by PTN. But it is true. It's not a lie. So it is transparent, and you are pulling with the information they have given you, which is correct. So I can't fault them on that part. They are not lying to you. But yeah, that's how I feel about gacha. So I do think it's predatory, but at the same time, what better alternative exists if you want a game that
可空
updates
荡荡
this
的楼
often
梯
at
对
this
戏也
quality.
太无聊了。
What is the
下次
better
你
option
可要早点来
to
啊，
realistically get
不然
people
我可不
to
知道我会
continue
因为无聊
willingly
能
funding
做
it?
出什么来。
No, to me, it's like, as long as you're honest about it, what the rates are, what you may or may not get, I think it's on the consumer. But is a gambling system predatory on our like natural biological instinct? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Oh yeah, that's kind of how I feel about gachas in general. And why I still play them. So gamble responsibly. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end stream here because I think you've guys been sensing it for like the past half an hour. I'm losing it. So I'm going to get some rest before my infection gets... I think I may have to go to the... check into the hospital tomorrow. So we'll see how it is. But fortunately, no streams planned for a while. And I think I've done everything I need to do. I think I only have the peak test path for Cat's Eye to do. Yeah. It's just that, yeah. And it's just gameplay, it's no voiceover, so it's fine. So we'll see. But I should be fine by the time it's time to stream again in like a month. It's like a month between patches now, right? So it's be okay. So yeah, I will see you guys like... Oh, I have to do poll recommendations, fuck. That's voiced. So I will type out my poll recommendations probably tomorrow evening. I'm gonna spend the rest of tonight testing a bit off stream. But I've already said my feelings on Clem and Xiaofeng in general. So yeah. Conclusion is still pull Jichuan, please. Pull Jichuan, please. Pull Jichuan. Pull Jichuan. Pull Jichuan. Okay? Then after you pull her, think about pulling Clem and Xiaofeng. Pull Jichuan. So aside from that, I will be going now, getting a little rest for my voice and my brain cells. Clearly not capable of doing both at the same time right now. And I will see you guys very soon for poll recommendations for 3.5 anniversary. And also there will be a giveaway. Giveaway. So you guys are to stream, so you will know first. Confirmed that we will be giving away the Zoya medal thing on that video, and then also I will be giving away the Ying Ying snack box as well there. So it's gonna be 2 winners this time. So we're gonna be like put a comment, like last time, gonna be like leave a comment about like topic, like I'll write it down, leave a comment about topic, and then like say like which one you want, like the Ying Ying one or the Zoya one, and then like I'll pick one from each, you know, it's like that. Okay, so it's that. Anyway, I will see you guys next time with poll recommendations. Thank you for coming to this very scuffed stream. Remember, donate blood, give a blood sacrifice to Clementine, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.